Good morning and welcome to the Mike Show for Sunday, August 2, 2026. 67 degrees at 11:29 a.m. and I am your host, Paul Kamal, and I'm a sinner. And I'm powerless and my life is unmanageable. Humility and gratitude are the keys to life. It's always today, it's always now. My life is not my own. My will not be done. There's no reality but God, and the only thing we have to do is die. So, how are we going to live today? And I hope and pray I can live from my heart a life based on faith and not fear. Getting to be the last minutes of the Sunday morning on this August 2. Didn't get out of bed till 9:24 a.m. Fell asleep on Audie's bed in the living room. Went upstairs. And couldn't really fall back to sleep, but kind of half dozed. Ruthie kept coming up to get me to go outside, and we got up and got some coffee going and empty noogie boxes and put harnesses on the girls and let everyone out. It started raining, and despite that, the girls all stayed outside till I got their morning treat for them. Elsa and Max came in. Gracie and Koki came in. I had to go find Ruthie, and she was hiding underneath a arb down the alley at the neighbor's yard, because she usually gets 2 or 3 drops of rain on her, and that's enough to keep her from going out. But anyway, we've been sitting here on our second partial carafe of coffee. We got some Ugandan coffee. Uganda, I don't know. It's pretty good though. I don't quite have the grind down for it and the quantity and ratio of coffee to water proper, but I'll get there. But it's a pretty tasty coffee. It's a medium roast I got from Old Mill Coffee Roasters yesterday. He had it in dark roast, and he said I'd probably enjoy the medium roast better. The guy that runs the place knows me fairly well, so he knows what I like, and he's the one roasting it, so there it is. Anyway, I wish I could just fall asleep. I'm so tired, it's not even funny. In fact, this second partial carafe of coffee is just enough to get me from being exhausted to tired. Anyway, I wanted to mention this the other day while we're on the subject, or partially on the subject of rain. And to the 8 billion of you who did not tune in Friday, or maybe it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I mentioned I went to Culver's for fish and chips for dinner, being a good lapsed Catholic that I am. And we got a rainstorm that literally me walking from the restaurant to my truck with my takeout order, I was soaked to the skin. I forgot to mention that the other day. And now that you know that, your life is complete. Anyway. Oh boy, where do we begin? Yesterday's thumbnail was another shot of Stuart. In retrospect, I probably should have had it be little Margie, because it was yesterday. It was 12 years to the day that we lost her at about 10 o'clock at night. It was shortly before, but between 9:30 and 10, after one of the best days I ever had in my life, little Margie came running into the backyard, flopped down and died. I gave her CPR for a half hour, to no avail. Margie was the light of our lives, and she was Elsie's pal. And that reminds me also, like, Elsie wanted to go out last night, and it wasn't until, it's a combination of my brain being soft, and maybe I'm just letting go of these memories, I don't know. But Elsie wanted to be outside, and Margie and Elsie were pals. I think out of all the cats we've shared this life in this home with, and Elsie with Samuel were brothers, and they were good friends as well as siblings. And Else was loved her Uncle Blackie, Uncle Rascal, Uncle Sagey, Uncle Stu. I think her best pal out of all the companions that we've had in this home was little Margie. I really do. And she was outside till after dark. She was mostly out there lying in the chair, what's left of the old chair. But she didn't want to come in. And anyway, with that, we're going to take a little break. And we are back again. I've been joined by Pudge. Did I say welcome back? Welcome back. And I don't really mean that. And I didn't mean it when I said good morning either. Just finished our kettlebell workout. Got some dishes washed. We got some breakfast cooking. By the time we start eating it, it's going to actually be lunch. Oh boy, what else did we want to talk about? Huh, Pudge? She's such a good girl. That's my little Pudge. Yeah, it's my Gracie. Oh, Mackie's still over there. Elsie's underneath the coffee table in her Betty Bye. Kokie's up top. And I think Ruthie's in where Gracie usually sleeps at night. I forgot to mention yesterday or the other day as well that we did get an appointment for Elsie to go get some blood work done, and that'll be Tuesday. So we got to finish our recap from yesterday, I guess. And there was something else I wanted to say about little Margie, but happy girl. Happy girl, my little Hap. Margaret Clara was her name. I had Mama Margie covered with that name. My Grandma Margaret, my Aunt Marge, and my grandmother Clara were all covered by that name. Oh yeah, she was a dear. She was so sweet. And she is up there. And I honestly think Sammy might have been her father. I don't know. He was out there carousing on the street back at that time. And who knows. But anyway, what did we do yesterday? We did do some biking and errands in the morning. I think I mentioned that on yesterday's episode. So if you want to know what that was all about, you'll have to go back there and check that out yourself. Because I ain't got time. I'm a busy man. Pudge. Look at this little Pudge. I don't know if I got that in there or not. It doesn't matter. Oh boy, so I don't remember exactly what time it was, but I decided to go do a little plinking yesterday. And, well, I wished I would have shot maybe a little better. I wasn't a dead-eye dick, but I wasn't just a dick either. No, I shot pretty good, and I enjoyed it, other than, there were quite a few insects out there gnawing on me, but I didn't care. I just sprayed out some of the old toxin spray on my hands and rubbed it all over my hair and face and arms and exposed skin, and that kept them at bay. I think today I might clean one of the guns I was shooting yesterday. And for all I know, I might go shooting again today. I do know I need to go to get some groceries. Don't need, I want to. I'm out of bread, and for years I baked bread, and I still got flour and everything to make it with, but I'm just lazy. So the bread I've been getting at Aldi is pretty good, and it's a protein bread, and it seems to not have too many toxins in it as far as a what do you call it? A pre-made food item. That's not the word I'm looking for. It's not ultra processed as far as I can tell, but then again, they can lie on them labels, so who knows? Just a matter of getting the right grift in the right hand. Anyway, came home from shooting and had a burger and just hung out with the cats. We read to them last night. They did go out and they were pretty good about sticking around. I was hanging out in the alley with with Gracie and Chloe. Anyway. Oh, what else can we talk about, Gracie? Mackie? I don't know. It's supposed to clear up and get to be around 80 today, and I'll believe that when I see it. For all I know, I'm still dreaming. Well, we are back. Got some breakfast here, some over easy eggs. There's Mackie.